In this video, I will be discussing about Hamiltonian cycle or Hamiltonian circuit in a graph. So Hamiltonian path is such a path that visits each vertex of the graph exactly once. And if that path is a closed loop, then we can say it is a Hamiltonian circuit. So basically in Hamiltonian path, if there is an edge from the last vertex to the first vertex, then that path becomes a cycle. So basically it should be a closed loop. So we have this graph which has 7 vertices. So one of the Hamiltonian paths is A, F, B, E, C, G, and D. So this path visits each vertex exactly once. So there can be many Hamiltonian paths in the same graph. I've listed one more here. So this is A, F, B, C, G, D, and E. Both of these paths are open-ended. So if we see the red one here, so it starts with A and ends with D. And there is an edge from D to A also. So if we connect this, it becomes a Hamiltonian cycle. So like you can see this here. So this much was the Hamiltonian path. And if we close it, it becomes a Hamiltonian cycle. And in the second one also, from A till E, it was a Hamiltonian path. So we check whether there is an edge from E to A. So if we join this, then it becomes a Hamiltonian cycle. So now let's see what is Hamiltonian graph. So any connected graph that contains a Hamiltonian cycle, it is known as Hamiltonian graph. So if we take the left side graph, we see that there is a Hamiltonian path from A to B, from B to C, C to D, and D to E, and E to A. So this graph is a Hamiltonian graph. But if we take the graph on the right side, if we start the traversal from A, we go to B to C to D and then to A. But then A will be visited twice. So this is not a Hamiltonian cycle. But if we start the traversal from E, A, B, C, D, and A. Here also A will be visited twice. So there is no Hamiltonian cycle here. So this graph is not a Hamiltonian graph. So now let's see, if we are given a graph, how can we check whether a Hamiltonian cycle exists or not? And if there is a Hamiltonian cycle present, how can we find that out? So the data structures that we would require here are, first is the path array. So here we will be storing Hamiltonian path. Next is the visited array to keep track of the vertices that we have already visited. Initially, all of the entries in the visited array are false. So let's say we are starting the traversal from node 0. So 0 is our start node. And we mark visited of start as true and we add start to the path. So we add 0 to the path. So this is our visited array. All of the entries are false and we mark visited start as true. So then we have this function Hamiltonian cycle. It returns a bool, so it will return whether true or false depending whether we have a Hamiltonian cycle in this graph or not. And this function accepts two parameters, the path array and the vertex. So initially v is equal to 0, we pass it the start vertex. Then in this function, the first step is we check whether size of the path array is equal to capital V. So this capital V is the total number of vertices, which is equal to 7 here. So if path contains all the vertices, then we can return true from this function. If that is not the case, we check adjacent vertices of V. So adjacent vertices of 0 are 5, 1, 4 and 3. So the first step is, for each of the adjacent vertices, we check this if condition. So let's say we pick AV equal to 3. We check if visited 3 is false. So this condition is true. Then we mark visited 3 as true. And we add 3 to the path. And then we invoke Hamiltonian cycle for the vertex 3. So here we are recursively calling the Hamiltonian cycle function. So let's draw the recursion tree here. So first step was we invoked Hamiltonian cycle for vertex 0. From here we called Hamiltonian cycle for vertex 3. So V is 3 now. Then we again check size of the path array is equal to 7. So that is not the case. We come in this for loop. Adjacent vertices of 3 are 4, 6, 2 and 0. So let's say first we pick 0. So for 0 we check if visited 0 is false, but visited 0 is true here. So we can skip this vertex. Next we pick vertex 4. Visited 4 is false, so we go in this if condition. So the first step is we mark visited 4 as true. And then we add 4 to the path. And then we invoke Hamiltonian cycle for the vertex 4. So from here we are calling HC4. So V is 4 now. And now we check size of the path array. So this condition is still not true. We check the adjacent vertices of 4. Adjacent vertices of 4 are 0, 3, 1 and 2. But 0 and 3 are already visited. So we have 1 and 2 left. So let's say we pick 2 first. So AV is 2. We check if visited 2 is false and then we go in this if condition. The first step is we mark visited 2 as true and then we add 2 to the path and we invoke Hamiltonian cycle for the vertex 2. So here we're calling HC2. So V becomes 2 now. Size of the path array is not equal to 7. So we come in this for loop. So adjacent vertices of 2 are 1, 4, 3 and 6. 4 and 3 are already visited. Let's say we pick 6. So AV is 6 now. We mark visited 6 as true and we add 6 to the path. Then we invoke Hamiltonian cycle for the vertex 6. So from HC2 we are calling HC6. So V becomes 6 now. So path size is not equal to 7. We check each of the adjacent vertices of 6. But both of the adjacent vertices of 6, which are 2 and 3, are already visited. So this for loop ends here and we return false from this function. So when we are returning false from the HC6 function, so we come here. So now we have to mark visited 6 as false and we have to remove it. So here visited of 6 becomes false again and we remove 6 from the path. So this is done because now this is not a valid path. We have to try other combinations. So we remove what we have already done for this vertex. So this is how we do backtracking. So basically we are backtracking our steps if we go to the wrong direction. So the adjacent vertices for 2 which are left are 1. So AV becomes 1. We mark visited AV as true. So visited of 1 becomes true. And we add 1 to the path. And then we invoke Hamiltonian cycle for the vertex 1. So from HC2 we are calling HC1 and V becomes 1. So here we check again size of the path array. It is not equal to 7. Then we check the adjacent vertices for vertex 1. So adjacent vertices are 2, 4, 0 and 5. So all are already visited, only 5 is left. So AV becomes 5. Now we mark visited of 5 as true and we add 5 to the path. Then we invoke Hamiltonian cycle for the vertex 5. So from HC1 we call HC5. So V becomes 5 now. We check size of the path array. It is not equal to 7. Then we come in this for loop. So adjacent vertices of 5 are 0 and 1. But both are already visited. So this for loop ends and we return false from here. So HC5 returns false. So when it returns false, so we mark visited 5 as false. And we remove 5 from path. Then we come to this HC1. So adjacent vertices for 1 are 2, 4, 0. But all of these are visited. So this also returns false. When HC1 returns false, we mark visited 1 as false and we remove 1 from the path as well. We again come back to this HC2 function. So now we have explored all of the adjacent vertices for 2. So this HC2 will also return false. So we'll mark visited 2 as false and we remove 2 from the path as well. Then we come to this HC4. So for 4 adjacent vertex which is left is 1. So AV will become 1 and will mark visited 1 as true and we'll add 1 to the path. And from here we'll invoke Hamiltonian cycle for 1. So V becomes 1 and for 1 we'll check what are the adjacent vertices. So adjacent vertex which are left are 2 and 5. So let's say for 1 we first try with 2. We mark 2 as visited and we add 2 to the path and we invoke HC2. So V becomes 2. We check size of the path array. It is not equal to 7. So we come in this for loop. So adjacent vertices for 2 are 4, 1, 3 and 6. So all are visited except 6. So AV becomes 6. We mark visited of 6 as true and we add 6 to the path. And from here we invoke HC6. So V will become equal to 6. Size is not equal to 7. Adjacent vertices for 6 are 2 and 3. Both are already visited. So this also returns false. So when it returns false, we have to backtrack and we have to remove it from the visited. So we mark 6 visited as false and we remove it from the path array. Then we come to HC2. Adjacent vertices for 2 are 6, 3, 4 and 1. So all are already visited. So we return false from 2 here. and then we remove 2 from the visited and from the path. So 2 becomes false, and we remove 2 from the path as well. Then we come to this HC1 function. So for 1, the adjacent vertex which is left is 5. So AV becomes equal to 5, and we mark visited of 5 as true, and we add 5 to the path, and we invoke HC5. So V becomes equal to 5. There is no adjacent vertex left for 5 because 0 and 1 are already visited. So we return false from here as well. When we return false, we have to remove it from the visited. So 5 becomes equal to false, and we remove it from the path as well. So for 1, we have visited all of the vertices. So 1 will also return false. So we mark visited of 1 as false, and we remove 1 from the path array. So for 4, we have explored both 1 and 2. So 4 is also not viable, so we'll have to return false from here also. So we set visited 4 as false, and we remove 4 from path array as well. So for vertex 3, another adjacent vertex is 6. So let's say AV becomes equal to 6. We set visited of 6 as true, and we add 6 to the path. And we invoke Hamiltonian cycle for the vertex 6. So V becomes equal to 6. We check size of the path array, it is not equal to 7. Then we come in this for loop. So adjacent vertex of 6 is 3 and 2, but 3 is already visited. So AV becomes equal to 2. We set visited of 2 as true, and we add 2 to the path, and we invoke Hamiltonian cycle for vertex 2. So at 2, the adjacent vertices are 6, 3, 4 and 1, but 6 and 3 are already visited, so we pick adjacent vertex as 4. We mark visited 4 as true, and we add 4 to the path, and then we invoke Hamiltonian cycle for the vertex 4. So V becomes equal to 4. We check size of the path array, it is not equal to 7. So for 4, the adjacent vertices are 0, 3, 2, 1, but 0, 3, 2 are already visited, so we pick 1. And we mark visited of 1 as true, and we add 1 to the path. And then we invoke Hamiltonian cycle for the vertex 1. So V is equal to 1. We check size of the path array, it is still not equal to 7, and we check the adjacent vertices for 1. For 1, adjacent vertices are 0, 4, 2 and 5. 0, 4, 2 are already visited, so only vertex left is 5. So AV is equal to 5. We mark visited of 5 as true, and we add 5 to the path. And then we invoke Hamiltonian cycle for the vertex 5. And we check size of the path array. The size of the path array is 7 now, so this will return true. So HC5 returns true. So if you see here, when this function returns true, calling function will also return true. So this HC1 will also return true. The call goes to HC4, it will also return true. HC6 will also return true, and the call goes to the calling function HC0. So basically here we have found a Hamiltonian path, which is this. So you can see here it is 0, 3, 6, 2, 4, 1, 5, which is the path array. So this is our Hamiltonian cycle. So if you see in the graph 0, 3, 6, 2, 4, 1, 5. So this is the Hamiltonian path, and if there is an edge from 5 to 0, it becomes a Hamiltonian cycle. So that is how you can find a Hamiltonian cycle in a graph. So once you have understood the pseudocode, let's try to implement this in C++. So all the code that I'll be showing is available in my GitHub repository. Link of that is available here and as well as in the description. So let's have a look at the code. So in the main function, I've created the graph and I've added all the edges. So you can see there's an edge from 0 to 1, 0 to 3, 0 to 4 and 0 to 5. So in this manner, I've created all the edges and I've initialized the graph. Then I've kept a visited array, which is a boolean, and I've initialized all the entries to false. And then I've created a path array where initially I'm storing the start vertex, which is equal to 0. And I've marked visited 0 as true. Then I call this Hamiltonian cycle function and I'm passing the graph, visited array, path array, and the start vertex. In this Hamiltonian cycle, first I check the condition. If the size of the path array is equal to the total number of vertices, I return true. If that is not the case, I check the adjacent vertices for the vertex which we have passed here. So initially it will be 0. I check all the adjacent vertices and then I check if those are visited or not. So I only pick the unvisited vertices. Then I set them as visited and I add them in the path array. And I call the Hamiltonian cycle function for the adjacent vertex. And if that returns false, I reset these arrays. So I mark the visited array as false and I remove this from the path array. So in this way, I traverse through all the paths that are possible, and if at any point of time I come across a valid path, I will return a true. If this Hamiltonian cycle function returns a true, then all the calling functions will also return true. So then the control will pass back to the main function. And in the main function, I just print the path array. Because it is a cycle, so I visit the path 0 again because it will be a closed loop. So let's try to see the output of this program. So the Hamiltonian cycle that it has found is from 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 2, 2 to 4, then 1, then 5, and then 0. So that was all for this video. Please do give a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It really motivates me to make more such content. And until next time, this is Sandeep Thapar signing off.